This is Langara Voice Podcast. I'm your host, Edmund Hayley. Today, we are going to enter a technological realm as we delve into a discussion about computers. The topics we will be covering include software updates, cybersecurity, and computer cost and maintenance on post-secondary campuses. First up, we have Enzo Gallardo, a Langara College journalism student, talking about software updates.
Langara students tend to express frustration when encountering outdated software on school computers as some of the key software features aren't available. Software updates are put out by tech companies periodically to ensure smooth running, better security, and presenting new features in their products. Philip Robbins, coordinator of Makerspace, believes Langara is the victim of a commercial strategy where they provide technology as a subscription service rather than as a purchased product.
Because Adobe does not sell standalone software, it only sells cloud-based software. Whenever we're using our software, we have to be connected to the network. If there's any issues in terms of students' accounts, students being currently registered or looks like they're currently registered, or some issues with their network, that can completely shut down access to the software that's on the laptops.
Robbins said that some computers at Makerspace are not on the network, which provides them with the ability to update the computers themselves. Katie Davis, chair of design formation at Langara, said her department provides computers with costly software for its students.
We provide all the software that they need on campus, which can get really expensive. Adobe can get expensive. We provide the licenses to SketchUp and Rhino and any of the 3D modeling software that they need. Some people bring their machines, but for the most part, they use the labs.
Ron Spence, owner of Spence Software, says there are two main reasons why updates are important.
I'll give you two right off the bat. One, security. And there's a lot of ways for your software to be compromised. So computer companies are looking at ways to increase security. Even software like your email is a direct route into your bank account if you're not careful. But the second thing, which is important, is a lot of new ideas come from users, like suggestions to improve the software. So they're going to put those suggestions in if they look like they have value that people will want to use them.
The IT department at Langara declined to speak to us, but software users told us IT is keeping up with the demand, but just barely. Enzo Gallardo for the Langara Voice.
Next up, we have Langara journalism student Siddharth Teotia speaking about cybersecurity on college campuses.
Cybersecurity is a growing concern on college campuses. Cyber attacks are becoming more and more complex as artificial intelligence evolves. I recently interviewed Charles Bonham, Associate Director of Cybersecurity at Langara College, who spoke about the importance of increasing Langara students' awareness regarding the Be Cyber Smart program, which was launched several years ago.
We have to help our students, train them to stop and think and not just immediately click and supply potentially personal information in some cases to scammers and hackers out there. We know that our adversaries are getting that much more clever and more sophisticated because of AI tools. And so we have to respond accordingly. The sophistication and the volume and the rapid aspects of the types of attacks that are coming, that is where AI and machine learning essentially can come into play in terms of parsing, reviewing those logs, finding out or baselining what is normal behavior. Bots, crawlers can quickly triangulate those data points.
Bonham said, cybersecurity is a blooming industry.
Surpassed $6.5 trillion, and that's expected to hit $10 trillion within the next 4 to 5 years.
I also spoke with David Hoskin, a software developer, about cybersecurity on college campuses. Hoskin explained how people can increase their online safety.
People should use a password manager because then they just have to remember one really good password to unlock the password manager, and then the password manager will generate ultra strong unbreakable passwords for each website and store them individually so that there's no crossover, and compromising your account on one site wouldn't affect any others.
Hoskin said, phishing, sending phony links via email, is the form of cyber attack most relevant to college students.
Yeah, I think phishing has become very common now because it's so effective. People can send out low-effort messages to millions of people and then just see who gets a response.
As the number of cyber attacks increase worldwide, students will depend on IT's constant support so that they can improve their online safety. This is Siddharth Teotia, Langara Voice.
I recently interviewed Alex Carrera, endpoint manager at Capilano University and owner of Geeks on the Go. At Capilano University, Carrera takes care of all of the endpoints, which include workstations, desktops, laptops, handhelds such as iPads or tablets, and phones. He is responsible for software and applications such as Windows and Mac, and licensing of all applications and programs. However, he is not responsible for data or personal information of students. Carrera spoke about the expensive aspects of computer supply and maintenance on university campuses.
The biggest expense for the IT services is not the maintenance or is not the hardware life cycle. The biggest expense is the licensing. We pay close to $5 to $7 million of licensing to keep all our services up and running, regardless of the hardware. Microsoft Access is huge. We have to pay close to $130 per user per year, and we are close to 7,500 users. We need to pay close to $600,000 every year for the Oracle license. We maybe are paying around $300,000 or $500,000 per year on life cycle. We are part of the Ministry of Education for British Columbia, and also part of our income is for the students' tuition and international students.
Carrera said the computers at Capilano University are updated regularly to increase their performance while minimizing the threat of cyber attacks.
We do the updates very often. Cybersecurity is a big subject at the moment. The way to take care of that is implementing strategies on firewalls and multi-factor authentication on their students' accounts.
According to Carrera, the lifespan of computers can be prolonged with gentle treatment.
Use them and do not abuse them. It's not expensive to replace 10, 15 keyboards or 10, 15 mice in the university once per year. So that's a loss that we need to contemplate every year on our budget.
Students are responsible for their online safety, Carrera said.
They need to set up multi-factor authentication on their personal devices. They think it's not important because they think they are okay with just using their password HTTP1234. If we are trying to put something in place, it's because it's important for everybody and it's important for the community.
Now we all know a little bit more about cybersecurity, software updates, and computer expense and maintenance on college campuses. Thanks to my reporters, Enzo Gallardo and Siddharth Teotia. Thanks to our interviewees. And a big thanks to all of you. This is Edmund Hayley, Langara Voice.